Jesse Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesse Lee!
He's a good friend. Yeah.
You must get that a lot.
I'm gonna skip ahead now.
Pencil?
No, I'm a little distracted, so I'm just gonna use notes. I'm okay. I'm gonna roll along with Evan on this one. Dating is tough. I was dating a very beautiful woman recently, and we had to end things because I just could never get her to swallow. Anorexia is a serious problem. Dating women much younger than me is difficult too. I just don't have the energy. I was dating this girl, and after the first date, she was like, "Hey, want to come back to my place for some Netflix and chill?" And I thought, great. I was under too much pressure to have sex. And because of this, like Evan, I feel like dating men would be easier. Men try to hit on me. Now, I'm not homophobic. I'm the least homophobic straight man I know. Which means if I know you, I think you're a woman, gay, bi, or more homophobic than I am.
Hey.
Now, I was in an elevator recently, and as soon as the door shut, this charming young man turned to me and said, "Hey, I bet we could hold the doors for like a minute and a half. Can I suck your dick?" And I just had to refuse. But like the rest of you, I paused for a second after he said that because there was a part of my brain, straight or otherwise, that had to confirm that I was refusing a blowjob. It was like a computer prompt, deny blowjob? Are you sure? Yes, no? I'm sorry, I couldn't do it. I mean, men seem like they'd be easier because, this guy's offering to put my dick in his mouth, and a woman's never even turned to me and said hello on it.
Hey!
Anyone ever break the bone?
Sure, yeah.
How did you do it?
You don't want to know.
Cool. Well, then I'll have to tell you how I did it. I was getting high on the roof of a museum, as I do. And in my brilliant stoner mindset, I decided it would have been easier to jump off the roof than to take the rickety old wooden ladder I climbed up on. Right? Infallible logic. So I jumped off, snapped my foot in like 3 places, and after I crawled the block and a half home, I couldn't make it to my bedroom because it was upstairs. So I passed out in the living room. I was 14 at the time. So my grandmother walks in, because I was living with her, and she asked me, what happened? How'd you break my foot? And in a moment, I just blamed it on the cat. And I told her I was like playing with her, running up some stairs. I tripped, slipped, and fell down the stairs, broke my foot.
Liar!
Yeah, I was. But because she already considered me a particularly special child, she believed it. Right away. No questions. Special. Now, I went to the doctor's office, and I wasn't prepared, but he asked me, also, how did I break my foot? And I told him the story, and without skipping a beat, he just goes, "Oh, that makes complete sense." And I was astounded, too. But he said 90% of the bone, related injuries he gets are people who were playing with their pet. And I wanted to tell him 90% of his patients were sociopathic stoners. Yep.
Huh.
So my roommate grows pot. I mean, not one of the roommates that are here.
No.
If you're a cop, he grows kale. But he asked me, the other day, he was like, "Hey, you want like some clones?" And I thought, hell yeah, I like growing pot. And also, I thought he meant people. Like I said, I've had some trouble dating, and I was like, I'm ready again. I feel like I want to be in a relationship. I want to pursue a relationship with somebody. But it's been tough. I've been distracted with work and things, and if I had a clone, then they could go have a relationship for me. it would free me up to do things like play video games, you know? There hasn't been enough time for that in my life. I need to do me, you know? Listen, I consider my jokes like top shelf, all right? They're a reach. Let's all just get big, hairy, and gay. Bear with me.
Oh.
You guys like movies? You ever seen a movie? Me neither. But I always wanted to write for movies. But I never got farther than like the IMDb plot summary and the title, right? So I'd come up with brilliant gems, like a disenfranchised noblewoman, right? Once an aristocrat, takes refuge, exiled to a brothel. But then an oath-bound warrior decides to fight, for her liberation again, and take the throne. Call it Lady of the Night. Speaking of which, hi Jane. Welcome. I had another idea, a retelling of the Ugly Duckling story, do it like a Pixar animation. But not only is it about a coming-of-age story, it's about becoming openly homosexual. So I'd call it Down and Out. To see the Ugly Duckling's a goose. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
All right.